Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshvasti na priya ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite dveshu chapyaham. I am equal to one and all. I am loving one hateful. But those who worship me, they are in me and I am in them. What does it mean? Here is a fire. You stay away from it, you suffer from cold. Come closer to it, you get warm. It's always giving heat, but you are running away from it. Come closer, you enjoy it. God is like that. God is seated in the heart of every being. I believe in only that God that is in the soul of every individual, every creature. There is no God beyond that. It is within us. I don't call it he or she. It is within us. We don't know it. Why? We don't look towards it. We don't turn our vision there. God's grace is constantly shining at you. It's just like water under this floor. Dig the well, you get it. We just remove the obstacle. What is karma? Karma does not produce anything. Shankaracharya, his entire commentary, which is very much misunderstood by many religious leaders, he says karma does not give you salvation. And people who have misunderstood karma marga is wrong. Jnana marga is the only thing. What does he mean when he says karma does not give you salvation? By simply raising this dirt, you don't create water. You can't manufacture water. You remove the obstacles. Salvation is always there. Your business is remove the obstacles. Purify your mind. Deserve the grace of God. Grace is always there. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Why you are not conscious of it? Because you are not struggling. You are not putting in effort. You do not do the required karma. That is struggle you have to put. When he said, follow my commandments, when you follow these commandments, that's work, that's karma. You purify your soul, remove the obstacles, and there you find it. Even now, what is obstructing? My mind, the instrument of perception, is filled with so many ideas, thoughts, images, impressions, likes, dislikes, ambitions, urges. Filled with all those things. I do not see the ground. Here is the floor, put a carpet. Put something on that. You always sit in chairs. You don't see the ground. Remove all these things. You know what the ground is. Religion tells you remove all those things. Remove all the obstacles. Then you enjoy the grace of God. Grace, God is always graceful. You are not turning towards Him. Seek and you will get it. Knock and it will open. That much you have to do. You have to seek and knock. We don't seek, we don't knock. Just knock. He simply, Sri Krishna says, turn towards me. Mayi manardatva. Mayi buddhi nivesaya. Feel your mind free. Let consciousness. You see. That much karma you have to do. Law of karma is absolutely necessary. without grace. Nowhere, in no scripture I heard, without your effort, God will shower grace on you. Would have been saved by now. All of us would have been men and women of realization. They have not realized. Why? His grace is there now in us. That is, we have not put our efforts. Karma, we have to do. That much effort we have to put. Of all the persons, Buddha was very clear on this point of law of karma. He said, I don't know about the other side of the picture. I do not know what it is. None of you can know it, but I shall tell you how to reach that place. Eightfold path, the path of righteousness, follow this. You will find out what it is. I don't know what it is. I cannot define it. It did not say grace even. Because self-effort itself leads to there. When he put all his efforts there, and he discovered to surprise, his whole being was filled with that wonderful consciousness, filled with compassion. The whole heart of Buddha is illumined with love. He was stunned, couldn't say one word, speechless. But his expression was like that. Let us take the experience of Saint Paul near Damascus. Very violent he was. He had no compassion at all. Something happened. Unconscious seeking, big questioning. Many times people say Saint Paul deserved it for nothing. No. One thing, he was always sincere, he was honest, he was. He believed in what others said. Therefore, he was persecuting the Christians. But when he came to see the people, that good, nice, fine, this self-questioning, introspection, gaining, helped him to do his consciousness just like that. Here, Damascus, he had an experience. The whole being changed. He had the grace to that. That is question, sincere questioning. Sri Ramakrishna once said, if you are sincere and earnest in your seeking, you are sure to get the light. So Saint Augustine worked hard, prayed, cried, confessed before the Lord. The grace of the divine. He finally said, I do not deserve this. I deserve eternal damnation. His grace has deified me. Only language is different. But in all cases, the soul seeking, self-seeking, struggle is there inside. Vivekananda once said, sit quiet, get nothing, sir. Do something in the name of God and reason. We have to make an effort. That is why in the Quran it is mentioned very nicely. Muhammad heard one voice saying, cry. Simply the word cry. What do I have to cry? I have not done anything wrong. He went on questioning why I should cry. He thought, yes, I want to know the truth. No, immediately be constant. Not only there, be constant. That is your seeking. Be constant in seeking. Then he got it light. Then he heard voice, not from there, from within, from the ground, from his own heart and soul. Then only he said, the Spirit of Allah is in every being. He cried. also all saints. Not a single saint who did not put in effort. But simply because I put in effort, I worked hard, I am getting it. No. I cannot manufacture sunlight. I cannot create God. I cannot bring that warmth if it is not there. Therefore, it is a combination of these two. The grace of the divine, self-effort, karma, the combination of these two. Eme Vaishya Vrinite Tena Labhya. In our Upanishads it is mentioned. He who chooses, he gets. You have to choose. You have to know. You have to see. Then you get. But you don't manifest sunlight. That is His grace. God is always gracious again. The very nature of God is to be gracious. Why? Peace in our heart is always shining. Always. Even now, in the worst sinner is there. Not a particle, infinite. Every soul is infinite actually. We are not so many finite creatures. Only thing is, there. Remove this. All these tendencies, modifications, artificial impressions. Then you discover. You are surprised. God is really all gracious. Because of that, with all our struggle, with all our karma, in the end, when you face it, you fall down to it. Why? I can create it. God's right here. Must be there. I cannot manufacture water. I can only use it. I must be humble to say that His grace that has vivified me is not my removal of the dirt. That is all saints. Stress and grace of God. Why? It is so great, so beyond our imagination. Our struggle is nothing. One seed I put, how much I get? But that struggle must be there. Many of you know from the study of American history, our early settlers when they came here, they saw the entire northern hemisphere of America. Wonderful land with all potentials, natural resources. They simply kept quiet there. Worked hard, all of them. Nature was generous. They were all industrious. A combination of these two, prosperity of America. Udyoganam Purusham Lakshmi, Sanskrit mentioned. He who struggles, he gets prosperity. They struggled and nature is there. Potentially, so much there is. Wealth, natural resources. Today we are very powerful, the richest in the world. Why? We have utilized it, explored it, brought it out, worked hard, and the result we are enjoying. It's a combination of these two. Therefore, in our evolution, we need these two things. Grace and self-effort. Law of karma. That is why in this country, first came 1954. One thing impressed me most, Thanksgiving Day. Nowhere I have seen all people observing. Why? Why they have observed Thanksgiving? I tell that is more than Christmas to me, I tell. Why? Here we are going to thank everybody. And God and humanity and nature and share with them. This is the most important factor. When we deserve this grace, it's not the property of anybody. If I am illumined, it's not my property. It's the property of God. I have to share with you. It's another word Muhammad has from Allah. Share, share, share. You went to the marketplace and told them all, but share. The same thing Sri Ramakrishna told Naren, the future Vivekananda. Sri Ramakrishna asked, what do you want? Oh, I want to be living, he said. Enjoy that light of the divine. In my samadhi condition, and then be blissful there. Sri Ramakrishna said, that's the beginning, he said. That's a very mean thing, he said. Not the beginning, mean. Speak to God. Say to God. What you enjoy, that enlightenment, that joy, share with them. Make everybody happy. Serve everybody. Because this grace is not for me alone. If I get water in the well here, it's not my property. It's nature. Anybody is welcome to take water from me. Grace has another quality. To give back to others. To share with others. If a man becomes prosperous, it's not his. It belongs to all. If a man is illumined, he has to share his light with all. Because it is the property of all. It is on the ground of all I am getting it. The best example is again Buddha. Buddha rejected this world, renounced his wife, child, and the kingdom. Went to the forest, had illumination. He was filled with loving consciousness, compassion and compassion. Came back, shared with one another. When somebody asked him, what is your dharma? To do good to others is my dharma. Why? From where did you get it? In the place. Only use this language. When you deserve it, when you get it, share with God. Actually, it will be surprising to note, none of us deserve anything at all. Why? Examine your own life. We all come to this world helplessly, alone, without anything. We all go out of this world alone, without anything. Just imagine now. We don't own anything. We don't bring anything. We don't take anything. To whom does it belong? Your prosperity, to whom does it belong? Not mine. None of yours. I don't know. Let me not name the person or thing. To God I call it. In the name of humanity. Struggling, getting grace, that's not the thing here. My topic is not confined to that. Whatever grace you enjoy, share it all. We are not islands isolated. No one is an island. Share. In all of us, there is that ground, common ground. Prosperity, joy, share it all. Make all your own. Because the grace that you get is not yours. It belongs to everybody. That's why Swami Prabuddhanandaji was asked by Sri Ramakrishna, go and help people. When Jesus enlightened those disciples, what did he say to them? As I love you, love one another. As I serve you, serve one another. Love the neighbor as thyself. God's grace. That is the grace in this way. That is the test of what's called realization. If anybody realizes God, one question you have to put there: does he feel for others? Does he care for others? Does he share that grace which he enjoys with others? That's the question. Because I struggled, I got it. I can manufacture that. I can put water, I can put a seed there, put manure, to multiply that seed into 40, 50 times. I can't do it. There is a grace to nature. Therefore, we are asked to enjoy, share with others. That is the beauty of grace. Your self-effort, your karma brings it to functioning. When it comes to you, share with God. No saint was illuminated. That is the first voice they hear, share with God. Because it's not yours. The grace that you enjoy is God's. God is the ground of all beings. We are all God's children. Therefore, share with God. Because Sri Ramakrishna told Naren, you just see the world, observe it. A small boat crosses the river. Not only it goes from one shore to another, it carries many people. So also a big ship can carry many. You are like a big ship, he said. Why do you just enjoy the bliss and keep quiet? That teaching of Sri Ramakrishna drove Naren to America. Mind that. To share his wisdom, his joy, the grace that he enjoyed, to share with us all of the people in this country. He struggled. He followed what Sri Ramakrishna said. But when he got it, then keep quiet. He came out and shared with God. Ramanuja, there is a nice story in Ramanuja's life. When his master illuminated his heart, he told him when he gave a mantra, you repeat this, you will realize God. But if you tell anybody, they all will realize, but you will go to hell, he said. So Ramanuja came out and came to the top of the mountain and called everybody, come here. I'm going to give this mantra to you. You can all enjoy it. Our teacher said, you go to hell. Only one man goes to hell, but so many people can have heaven. That heart he got from the grace of his teacher. That is beauty. God's grace we enjoy. If you are prosperous, if you are wealthy, don't think you got it at the expense of somebody. None of us bring anything, none of us take anything. Not only that, none of us can manufacture anything without help of anybody. It's a great challenge, it's a challenging question. When so I worked hard, I gained. It's my effort. Why should I share it with anybody? I told one day, an electronics professor, I gave him one pin. Find that a pin you get for a cent, a big box. Take this pin, I told you. I will give you $1 million. Don't take the help of anybody. Don't utilize the labor of anybody. Please bring one more pin like that. Without using anybody's labor, without taking anybody's help, bring that one more pin like that. Can anybody bring? That is, you have to first of all find out the metal. Where it is available, in which mine. You have to dig it. Bring it out. Now what is next? How to purify that metal? How to bring that mold? How to convert it into this Don't take anybody's help. Don't utilize anybody's wisdom even. Today when we enjoy the prosperity, you'll be shocked to know it's not our doing. This depends upon the efforts of all the people that lived before. All the great scientists that worked hard, discovered, placed before us. Their wisdom, their fruits, we are utilizing it and enjoying it. That's all it is. Let us give it back to society. Let everyone enjoy it. Then here I come to Muhammad's teachings. Some of the finest social philosophy you find in these utterances. The house that you build is not yours, he said. The food that you eat is not yours, it belongs to all. In Sanskrit, the name of the house is Griha. The meaning of Griha means to receive. From the Griha, the word gratitude also comes in Sanskrit in English. Griha means to be grateful, to receive. The house is for reception, for giving shelter to others. It's not for my alone living. Because the things are raised, how many people work hard for that? The intelligence of so many people are utilized it. The past and the present are raised in this house. I have no right to grab. That is why it is said in the Vedas, he who closes his door is a sinner. You know that? And in Gita it is mentioned, he who cooks and eats alone eats sin. What does it mean? Just let me, because this is all grace of the Lord, we enjoy. You don't manufacture anything, I tell you. It is there for me when I was born. I am utilizing it, manipulating it, using it properly. It's His grace I am using properly. Let me share. Grace doesn't mean just to enjoy. Share with God. That is a very important factor you have to understand. Use your grace. I deserve it. You all deserve it. Everybody's property. If somebody digs a well, everybody can enjoy. Somebody raises a power station, we all get electricity from there. Natural forces is happening. Grace is there, constantly flowing, functioning. Self-effort, law of karma brings it to the forefront as a result. But you have no right to say, I manufacture it. Nothing I do again. It is there. Utilize it. Nothing I create. This world, I utilize it. No, even my life itself is the grace again. This life has been given to me through His grace. Not as a gift, as a lease. All of us, the lives are given to us as a lease. No gift. You can't abuse it, mind that. Utilize it properly. At the end, when you surrender this life back, show to the giver, I am not abusing. You know, actually, when this day of judgment, how it is misunderstood, I don't know. Who needs to explain to us that day of judgment, go to heaven, somewhere God is there, all the bones are collected and some together and we are punished or nothing actually. Forget all this nonsense. The truth is this. The life that has been given to you, when you finish this life, when you give it back, now what I have given, what you have done with this. You have to make an account. When you went, I gave this life to you. What did you do with this? You get it. When you give it back to the giver. I don't know who is the giver. Who gave me this life, I don't know. Somebody X threw me into this world with this life. Father and mother, all the relatives, friends. Then even now they are sustaining me, helping me. I grow. And the day comes, I just surrender my body. Now this life here, this consciousness. The man who gave me, I don't know who gave it. You put a question, what you have done with it? Did you abuse it? Did you spend? That is what they have done. That you have to do. Every day you have to ask the question. With the grace of God, I have got this life. Let me utilize it properly. That I call it conscientious consciousness. Every moment you have to put this question. I am utilizing it. All those 10 commandments, what are those? We examine ourselves properly. Every moment. Because it's His grace that has come to me in your life. Law of karma tells you to live there. Utilize it properly. Don't abuse it. Because it is given to me, to all of us. Equally, mind that. Poor and the rich, sinner and the saint, all are given the same life. Distribute to all of us. At the end, we are to explain whatever that. So, waiting until the end, take an account every day. Then what will happen? Your life will be perfect. Wonderful. In tune with all. You don't create an enemy here because you are all on your own. You are never is yourself. Grace means that whatever I enjoy doesn't belong to me. I do not know who owns it. At least I am not the owner. So also none of us. His grace that you are all enjoying. Let us share. Let us go to meet it. Many times, we condemn communists for certain actions. But if you just go to the very core of communism, there are certain wonderful principles behind. Each according to his need, each according to his capacity. That they forgot. They abused the whole thing, as we abuse the teachings of the great saints. According to their need, according to the capacity to function. The child cannot function. Child grows 20, 21 years, 25 years. Then child earns and gives to others. Because it's on his grace. There is nothing in this world which you can change our own making. This will be manifested. The light that you get, the air that you breathe in, the water that flows, it's all His grace meant that. But what we have done, polluted the world. Abused the whole thing. Now we are suffering, Don't abuse it. Don't abuse God's light, God's wind, God's water. Keep it pure. That is why now ecology is a big topic now. Science and religion. Why? God's gift it is. What have I to pollute this? It's not mine. It's enjoyed by all people. This question don't put it. Recently, the last month, I think, January, we are meeting in MIT. That's what's called Open Month. Independent program lectures we all meet and discuss what are we doing today, what are we studying, how does it help society. One boy put a question. Actually, this is what's called industries. What these industries have done to us, and he wrote clearly statistics. They have done more harm than good. A little good. Few gadgets they are creating to us, They have not helped us. Sum and substance of all industries today, it is abusing its nature, God's gift, God's grace. How can we stop it? What we should do now? That is a big question now. How you turn our science and technology, industries, how to stop this pollution, how to create new atmosphere so that all can live with happiness and peace. Because it's God's grace. It's not my property. It's water, it's air, it's soil. We're all using it. To me, this is not relevant. Because it's His grace. Let us not abuse it. Let us work hard. Share with God. This law of karma and grace, they have to be understood with great care. Unison. Because of stress, we separate it. But we are understood as we need both the law-abiding father, the love-suffering mother, the grace of God and self-comfort. To enjoy the grace of the divine.
Will you be good enough, Swamiji, to answer some
Oh, I should be really happy.
Do we have any questions?
Can I ask a question? What does the law of karma have to say about reincarnation?
Yeah, that's a very simple question and what extensive answer it has got. Actually, law of karma helps us to evolve. The process of evolution, unfortunately, due to our ill health, our failing to realize we part of this body, then what happens? We have struggled to some extent and we have failed. Well, for a time it takes us, old age comes, fail to resolve, realize, and I have to quit. What happens? This question was put by Arjuna to Sri Krishna in the Gita. Suppose somebody struggles hard and he fails to realize it and he dies, what happens to him? Sri Krishna gave a beautiful answer. Nothing he loses. He will come again. He will start. Move on. He did not start from the very beginning. At some stage, he comes into a kind of situation, atmosphere, environment, which is congenial for his growth. And he moves on. Actually, the saints that you see, they are not made on that life alone. Mind that. They struggled hard for a number of lives. In that life, you have seen the saintly character, saintly illumination. Buddha said in his Jataka stories, I was like this, I started like this, and I did these things. I have become like this. Now I am in you. When you die, without realizing the truth, without realizing God, you are not wasted our time. Next life again will start. Not only from the point of religion, mind that. All our talents also. None of our talents will be lost. In a subtle way, they will be there. Two cases I personally examined. It's no mythological story. Dr. Norbert Weiner, a boy of 14 years, graduated from Harvard University. When he was 18, he got his doctorate. Show me how many boys at 18 can get doctorate. He plainly told me, I put this question to him, how could you do it? He He said, when I take any book on science and mathematics, they're all floating before the mental horizon, those laws. I knew it before that he said. That shows that man worked hard, reached that state. In this life, continued. Another boy, 5 years old, his father did not know how to play violin. His mother did not know. None of them in his family knew violin. One day he went to his neighbor's house. The neighbor was not at home. Took the violin and started playing. His neighbor's wife came and said, How could you play this? Oh, I am hearing you was playing. I am here for 20 years. I can't touch that instrument, she said. How could you get it? It was in him. But he could play. That's why you find him in the same family, born to same parents. Some are very bright. Some are not. How to explain it? They are in the same society, going to same school, same parents, same atmosphere. Because they come with their own equipment. Nothing is lost. That is the beauty of reincarnation. There is great hope. Yes.
In Gita, Krishna many times says, surrender to me.
Yeah.
Could you say, what does it mean by me? How should one visualize Krishna? How should one understand him?
The word me of Krishna or the follow me of Jesus Christ, these are not different. The me of Krishna and Jesus, they are the divine in them. They follow the voice of the divine. That's why Sri Krishna himself said in the Gita, Avajanantu mam mudha manshim dharmasritam. Fools not knowing my true nature, conform it to this body, to this being. Yes. He is not confined to that body alone. He is more than that. Me of Krishna, me of Jesus is the divine ground. God in them. When we think of Jesus, we don't think of Jesus as the son of carpenter. We think of him enlightened. So also when we think of Sri Krishna, we do not think of him just like this Yadavar is one of them. Yes. Enlightened, illumined, godly person. So also Ramakrishna, not a priest, or a son of a family, and of realization. The me in them is the divine ground. And that is universal divine ground minded. Not confined to them alone. The cosmic, eternal, immortal divine ground. Yes. Then there is no contradiction.
Which is also in us, which is everywhere.
In us it is hidden. In them it is brought to the forefront. That is the difference. I am also in you, Arjuna, he said. Only you do not know it. It is in us, but we are not conscious. Yeah.
I understand you to say that a mantra did not belong, not personally any one person, it belongs to everybody.
See, mantra has some spiritual force.
Yeah.
When I am blessed by that, illumined by that, I have to share with others. It is not my property.
Don't you think we better tell TM about this?
You need not tell them because it is meaningless. Their mantra is meaningless.
Not, I asked Mr. Holter to kind of left again here.
all good for anyone. See, truth must not fight shy of any of these experiments and then checks and criticisms and all that. That is truth. Should not fight shy of all this exposure. So our reasoning, that is why in Vedanta, they are not bothered about the scientific, someone told us the Tao of physics and all that. So many things come. It is true. If our religion is true, it should stand the test of all those things. Not know what is going to come after 100 years or 500 years. It must be true. Then alone it is God, that is truth. If it fights shy of some scientist doing something in a university, what kind of God is he? What kind of truth is that? Or what kind of philosophy is that? So Vedanta is based on that. A real religion, the religion, capital R, based on truth. So you find out, you go to moon or Mars or you go to sun, that's fine, perfectly. You find out some other theories, whether in psychology or in physics or in astronomy, by all means do all that. That should not go contrary, go against this. That will not. Truth stands on itself. It cannot be bothered by these inventions and discoveries. So we have to stand on that. We say whatever may be the discoveries and inventions and theories, they all come under the realm of Maya. See, whatever you say, they all come under the realm of Maya, the relativity. It's all relativity with reference to something that is true. Two reference points x and y axis. This graph is true. This curve is true. Bring some other reference. It's not true. But our truth is beyond this any reference. Our spiritual life should be undisturbed by any of these. If someone tells something, Bertrand Russell says something, fine. Kant has said something, alright, that is true. We should not be unnerved or shaken by any of the statements of the scientists or the psychologists or other scientists. Let them do. Their approach to truth, they have found out. All respect for them. This truth, that is the relative truth they have found out. That God is wrong. That's only partial truth. God is whole truth. That's why we are not against this science at all. There are scientific methods, scientific truths are all partial truths. That may be used in active life. A scientist uses his active life research as a sadhana, as a discipline for the life of God. A musician uses his. A teacher uses his. Like that scientist uses his. And his way, that is his medium through which he progresses towards truth.
So after this, when we start our new session, our group, we start with the Karma Yoga by Swamiji. Yes, we finished Bhakti Yoga. And before that we had finished Raj Yoga. Would you suggest, that is a smaller book, the Karma Yoga. Would you suggest some book which we can study along with that after that?
See, for Karma Yoga, the latest textbook is the Bhagavad Gita. This better book. And then next is Swamiji's Karma Yoga. If you handle these two, I don't think you need anything else. You can cover all other things will be just to support it.
Yeah, the commentary.
These two. yogas, we can keep Gita side by side. It is the real Yoga Shastra, it's called. The scripture and yoga is that. And then all the others, as Swamiji has told, some others have told, it's all the commentary of that. So that is the original text. So we can compare side by side. There are many, of course, Karma Yoga is dealt with in great detail. So all those things can be done. It's not together. What others do that? All other books, what they do, they bring too much of their own presentation. So, whereas in the Gita is the original. In Swamiji's, you can get a clear picture of that. That is why I don't suggest even a commentary in the Gita. The actual Gita. If at all the commentary, that Sridhara's commentary is good. Sridhara Swami, all rest of this translation. By Swami Vireshwarananda. Swami Vireshwarananda is translated. Better to keep the original. Yes. Sarvas karatu durgani sarvo bhadrani pashyadu sarvas sadbuddhimapnontu sarvas sarvatranandadu. May all be freed from dangers. May all be actuated by noble thoughts. May all rejoice everywhere. Oh. Thank you all. It's a pleasure. You don't know, I get more benefit than you. It's a pleasure. If any one of you happens to come to San Francisco, please do visit. So see the slides. We have this always for devotees. Otherwise, in the city, devotees will accommodate. One or two will manage. Always they will be happy to accommodate. Who goes there? Is anyone going frequently that side? East? On business?
The other side of the United States.
That is true.
Please don't go away so we can take some pictures of the group.
I thank you all, the members and friends of the Vedanta Society of Greater Washington. They have asked me to speak on Holy Mother. I met Holy Mother probably in the year 1917. It is Swami Dhirananda who persuaded me to take initiation from the Mother. I am very grateful to the Swami who was At one time, an attendant of Holy Mother, along with Swami Yogananda. I saw her face, I touched her feet. Now I long for her grace to lead me from the world of bondage to eternal freedom. Holy Mother represents all that is good, all that is noble, all that is beautiful in Hinduism. She was the last word of Sri Ramakrishna towards the ideal of Indian womanhood. But it seems to me she is not only the ideal of Indian womanhood, but ideal of universal womanhood. She served Sri Ramakrishna and his devotees with great compassion, with great understanding. I will never forget what she has done to me. It is due to her grace that I could serve Swami Prabuddhanandaji. I feared very much because on the first day of my visit, Swami Prabuddhanandaji scolded me for leaving my shoes at the doorstep. Another time, I prostrated before the Swami when on the road leading to the Udbodhan house. He said, "Why so impatient? Why can't you wait until I go home and sit quiet?" Destiny brought me to Holy Mother's house, which is known as Udbodhan. Days passed, probably a month passed. Then one day Swami Prabuddhanandaji called me that I would dictate and you would write my letters. Will you be able to do? But one thing, you must not divulge any of the truths to your best friend when you go downstairs. He gave me trust. So I wanted to be loyal to that trust. Later he was very pleased. One time he wrote to one of his disciples that I am writing this letter through a person who will not let out any information, even at the cost of his life. So it is Swami Prabuddhanandaji who opened my eyes to the greatness, to the divinity of Holy Mother. I saw only her human side. But Swami Prabuddhanandaji revealed to me her divinity. One day, when I asked Swami Prabuddhanandaji to add something to the mantra which Holy Mother has given, not exactly mantra, but some kind of procedure, some kind of method, he scolded me. Do you think that I would add something to what Holy Mother has given to you? Do you know who Holy Mother is? She is Jagat Janani. She is the universal mother. She can give illumination even by a touch. So you have got her blessings. Repeat the mantra with faith and devotion and goodness of time. Everything will come to you. Then I will have to say about the message of Holy Mother. Her message is to see good in every person. Man has a brighter side as well as a darker side. But for a devotee of God, he should always look to the brighter side of the human personality and overlook the weaker side. And the second message is that repeat the mantra, do japa at least twice a day. Japa will be like a ladder which will take you to the roof, which is the symbol of realization of God in this very life. And what can I say to you all? I carry her message. To this country where I have come not to give anything to the Western world, but to share some of the bright experiences of my golden days when I used to go to Maharaj, Swami Prabuddhanandaji, Mahapurush Maharaj, Swami Shivanandaji, Swami Hari Maharaj, Swami Turiyanandaji, and of course Swami Saradanandaji, who gave me the privilege of being not only his private secretary, but his attendant. It is Swami Saradananda who took care of me, not only of my spiritual self, but of my physical self. One day he said to me, all that is to be done for you, I have done. You go to America, your health will be all right. I did not say anything. But in my mind, I conceived this thought. As long as this great soul keeps me under the shadow of his grace, I am not going to move anywhere in this world. I will stay. And through the grace of God, I stayed to the end of his life. Swami Saradananda passed away in 1927, August 19th. He had an apoplexy. They call apoplexy, but in this country they call stroke. Although outward consciousness was not visible, he could not communicate, he could not talk, but there was inner consciousness. One time, a Swami brought Charanamrita, the holy water. He took in his left hand, and then he moved to his right hand and took that holy water with his right hand. That shows that he had inner consciousness. His advice to me, stand on your own feet and bend all your efforts to the realization of God, for which you have come to have renounced the world. And may Holy Mother bless you. May Sri Ramakrishna bless you. I cannot say many things because they are very personal. But this much I can say, that Sri Ramakrishna is the ideal of the age, for his preaching the gospel of truth, the gospel of harmony of all religion. And Holy Mother, my teacher, is the Shakti, is the cosmic power of our Master. And these two greats will unite the East and West in a bond of harmony, peace, love and goodwill. So I quote from our scriptures, Sarve yatra sukhinos santu, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kaschit dukkam apnat. May good betide all, may happiness come to all. May all see the face of truth and be fortified by the armor of love, goodwill and understanding. Thank you.
Samgachatvam samvadatvam samvo manam sijanatam samani vahuti samana hidaya nivaha samanamastu go mano yatavasu sahasati. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Be united. Speak in harmony. Let your minds apprehend alike. Alike be your feelings. United be your hearts. United be your thoughts. Perfect be your unity. Peace, peace, peace be with all.
you very much indeed, Swamiji. Wonderful thought. I'm sure it's more than 3,000-4,000 years old. Now may I call on Sahoja or Supanam to give us the bhajan.
स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय श्री रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्माङ्गरागाय महेश्वराय नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्माङ्गरागाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शूद्राय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नखाराय नमः शिवाय मन्दाकिनी सलिल चन्दन शचिताय नन्दीश्वर प्रमथ नाथ महेश्वराय मन्दार पुष्प बहुपुष्प सुपूजिताय तस्मै मकाराय नमः शिवाय शिवाय गौरी वदनाब्जपाल सूर्याय दशत्वररा सकाय श्रीनीलकण्ठाय वृषध्वजाय तस्मै शिकाराय नमः शिवाय वसिष्ठकुम्भोद्धव गौतमाय मुनीन्द्र देवाच्युतशेखराय चन्द्रार्क वैश्वानरलोचनाय तस्मै वकाराय नमः शिवाय यज्ञस्वरूपाय जटाधराय पिनाकहस्ताय सनातनाय दिव्याय देवाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय पञ्चाक्षरमिदं पुण्यम् यः पदे शिवसन्निधौ शिवमवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोहते।
Thank you very much indeed, Sarosha. That is beautiful rendering. And now it is my very great pleasure to say a few words about our Swami today. I think it has been a year since he has been with us, but he has been here several times before, and some of you may know him and recall the kind words and sure that were spoken on his behalf. But that wisdom, as you will find, he is one of the great spiritual leaders that has come to us from India, and we are grateful to receive this message today. It comes to us from wintry Boston and Providence, Rhode Island, where he is the spiritual advisor. He also has a tremendous experience with the young people, particularly at Harvard University. Today he's going to speak to us on a very important subject, linking apparently two thoughts, one Western, or predominantly Western, and one predominantly Eastern, that of grace, which we have heard so much in Christianity, and of karma in the Indian work of thought. Swami Prabuddhanandaji.
It's really always great joy for me to come to Washington because of my traditions here. Friends, warm, people at home, stay among some other known persons, other than lovers and so. I wish I come here more often. Time doesn't permit. Washington's birthday, it is 4 times a year. It is better. All Mondays will be there for us. This afternoon subject is a very important subject. There is some problem. When you study nature, at the entire universal process, we discover to our surprise there are two forces functioning simultaneously throughout this universe of our experience. One is the natural law. The other, I call it grace. It's a term which generally not accepted by many scientists. What they call the unknown force. That I call it grace. But there is this unknown force, which is not set according to any particular reason and rhyme. Something beyond every value of measure. We as human beings also, we are brought up by these two forces. If I am brought up only by grace, I will be a bum. good for nothing, failing to understand individual responsibility, sinking down into a kind of what's called helpless situation. If I am brought up by only karma, natural law, I'll be a machine. Heartless, without any kind of affection and feeling. A combination of these two helps us to straighten our individuality, to understand and function effectively in society. For our evolution, we need these two forces. What the ancient Ripening rishis said, the law-abiding father, the love-cherishing mother. We need these two to grow and to evolve and to be something. Natural law, we all know. As much fuel you put, so much energy you get out of it. Lessons very effectively on those lines. It is foolproof. Natural laws, they are universal. They help us from the point of our proper living. In our science and technology, we need it. Just imagine, you send a man to moon and bring him back. Beginning of the century, if anybody says somebody is going there, we will put him in a nut house. Certainly, I never believed it. Anybody could go to the moon and come back? Why? You could send him. Natural laws. They help us to find out the force functioning to moving objects. How we can send a thing and bring it back. Einstein put one wonderful question when he was studying the theories discovered by his predecessors. He said, my predecessors were very happy to find out why things are functioning. Newton saw things falling down. He observed why things fall down. He found out the law of gravitation. Yes, this is the force that is bringing them down. He was satisfied. He was quite happy. I put another question. Why can't you go up? Why can't you throw something and see that it doesn't come back? Then he discovered there is another force. If you send beyond that pull, it will not come back. He got the experiment done. He got the fuel prepared for it. Exactly to work. Natural laws are universal, except a foolproof. That's all right. What about life? Material sciences, it's exact. What I call it, the first term of reason, logical reasoning, mathematical reasoning. But there is another force which is not based on cause and effect. It's not based on any conditioning. That is also functioning in the universe of ours. That measure for measure. Put a seed. What you get out of it? Plenty. One seed you put, nice tree comes, plenty it gives to us. From where? The very nature has the power to give us. The word grace, it is so close to our heart and soul. Many times you fail to understand it. Without grace, I cannot be a human being. I cannot exist. If my mother always punished me for every mistake I committed, I would have been dead by now. But she didn't. So merciful, full of grace, forgiven me, helped me to evolve and grow. That grace is there. Throughout life, I enjoy that. There is more grace than natural law functioning. That is there. Because many things I get in my life, I don't deserve. So all of you, be grateful for everything that you have got. Not that you have worked for it, not that you deserve it. Thank God for it. Thank everyone. Be grateful for the good and the bad. Those who have helped you and those who have not helped you also. Thank them. I remember once in Pakistan, when we were going, people were shooting at random. By chance we escaped and we came back. One fellow was shot. The man who shot him was arrested. He was imprisoned. By chance I met him. I thanked him. And I told my friend, thank him. Why are you thanking that fellow? That fellow is a murderer. He said, no. He has saved me. He did not kill me. Therefore I thank him. You could do that easily. We have the power to kill anybody. I am grateful. I thank him for my existence. What I mean to say is, many things we enjoy, we don't even think how things are coming to us. That is all the force of grace. This grace comes to us in three levels. One through nature. Put one seed, you get plenty. Through humanity. Whenever we see any cry, anywhere, any problem, any situation arising, we all feel. People are there trying to help them. Mainly we are all beings of feeling. You can't help it. Those people are helped by the grace of humanity. Recently we had in Andhra and Tamil Nadu terrible floods and cyclone. Thousands of people died. And so many people here, unasked, sent me money to the sensitive areas. Why? The grace of God. Functioning through human hearts. We all feel. That feeling is expressed as grace. That is unmerited gift, I call it. Grace, unmerited gift. Beyond all reasoning. These two are side by side functioning in the whole universe. The balance of it is what is called the cosmic force. And these two help us to grow. Now when it comes to what is called a spiritual life, Here, I put stress on both equally. Our friend just now mentioned West stresses on grace, East on karma. Because both East and Western religious followers have misunderstood their religions. Every religion has both the things. But only stress. Some saints stress certain aspects, others stress on other aspects. In Christianity too, is clearly mentioned, as you sow, so you reap. Not grace flowing without any meaning. Jesus clearly said, if you love me, follow my commandments. Why? He didn't say, keep quiet, I shall shower my grace on you. Keep my saying, as I love you, love one another, as I serve you, serve one another. Yes, clearly mentioned there. What? Grace is there. Unfortunately, the priest stress more on grace. Why? You shocking to all of you. Money making market it is. You don't pray to God, you pray to the priest. For that grace. Nothing comes without struggle. Even grace also. You don't get it if you don't struggle. Both combined work. Not isolation, in isolation. If those people who suffered in India, suppose they don't cry. They don't make an effort to ventilate their sufferings. They don't utilize what we give. They don't enjoy it. Here also, when grace comes, we must be prepared to receive it. God's grace is there to give it. Here we are to receive it. Our law of karma helps here to receive it properly. Sun is shining. Never stops shining there. Only we have to come out of our enclosures and face sun. Then we enjoy the sunshine. Sri Ramakrishna, in many illustrations, beautifully explained grace and karma, how both combined. The wind blows. The lazy sailors, keeping quiet, they do not catch it. Those who raise their mass, catch the wind and then go. Here is a needle covered with mud. It doesn't attract. It is not attracted by the magnet. But it cleans it. Remove the mud. It attracts. Purify your heart. God draws you. That much you have to do. You have to cleanse the needle. Purify your heart. Get out of your enclosures. That much karma we have to do. That much effort we all have to put. A beautiful combination. Only works effectively. Evolution is based on law of karma. You have to feel in nature. Utilize the wisdom. Grow. Bit by bit, you have to